How significant a game is it, Jose? I appreciate it's still early in the season, but in terms of your own title ambitions?
You know, it's always important. The first game is the same as the one that mathematically decides everything. I always told since day one that my title ambitions were also a motivational factor, was also a way of living. I don't understand to be in this club and give a different message, but I knew, and I admit immediately, that was a very risky approach. If you remember my words, I told something like, I'm not playing defensively with my words, because I know that is difficult. We are playing against good teams. Every team is good. Many of the teams are stable. Many of the teams, they have stability from years of the same manager. Others with stability with the same players. Others also with important investments. So this is the Premier League, and I think that's why people love the Premier League, because you know already who is going to be the champion in Germany. You know already who is going to be the champion in France. You know who is going to be the champion in Scotland. You know who is going to be the champion in Spain, is one or another. In Portugal, a little bit more because are 3 for 1. But this is the country where a lot of teams are working for the title, and more important than that, every team plays to win every game. Anyone can beat anyone. So it's difficult.
Squad-wise, how are Martial, Sean, Mkhitaryan, are they available?
Martial is not available, and you are wrong, because you say concussion, and one thing is concussion, another thing is contusion. And he's out because of a contusion in the calf and in the ankle area. And I think you know when that happened.
Mentioned there about maybe people not really respecting you for what you've done in the game, and you mentioned also on Wednesday these Einsteins who think they know everything. What is it that's irritated you? Because people are passing judgment on the back of 3 successive defeats and the fact that you've spent money, but clearly you don't think that is the whole story.
I'm upset with anything. I'm such a lucky guy that I can't be upset with anything. I'm upset with nothing. The only thing that upsets me a little bit is the kind of criticism to my players, because my players are my players. I should protect them. I would love to protect them, and from you I can't. Is something that is out of my is completely out of my control, and that doesn't upset me. It just give me a feeling that is hard. You know, it's like when you want to protect people and you can't. You know, I think is a feeling of frustration. But with me, it's fine, and with the Einsteins, it's fine. The Einsteins, they need money to live. They can't coach. They can't sit on the bench. They can't win matches. They can speak. They can write. They can criticize the work of other people. But I am a good man. I'm a man of goodwill. I do lots of charity. I help so many people. So why not to feed also the Einstein? So that's fine.
How would you assess Wayne Rooney's form at the moment?
Wayne Rooney's form is like Man United form. We are a team. We are not Wayne Rooney. We are a team. And we all started well. We all won 4 matches. And we all lost 3 matches in a week. So that's not Wayne Rooney. And to be honest, he didn't play against Feyenoord, so he was directly involved in 2 of these 3 matches, but the way we think in the group is that everybody is involved in every match, even the ones that are not playing. So we like to say, very good start of the season, probably better than we could expect, probably better than we were prepared for, but very good start. And we were guilty to raise the expectations from the people. And then we lost 3 matches in a week. 3 matches where we were not consistent. We didn't play well for 90 minutes. And we were punished by the fact that we played well for moments and for periods and not for the whole of the game. And in football you have to be consistent during the 90 minutes, and that's life.
Okay, last question.
Jose, you have spoken about protecting players, protecting the squad. But
let me kill the mosquito first. Goodbye. No?
Yeah. You've spoken of protecting your players, but you've not been afraid to maybe criticise as well. Do they feel protected then by you? Do you feel that you are justified when you do have to criticise players?
It's a learning process. It's a learning process. You make a mistake, especially the kind of individual mistake. You have to learn with the mistake. You have to learn with what that means. That means for the team, a team that works during the week, a game plan. Sometimes not during the whole week for the same match, because now we are having a match every 3 days. But you try to have a game plan. You try to identify some defensive and some attacking agreements between all of us, and then in the game, the individual mistake, you can be punished by that. And it happened to us. We were punished by other people's mistake, but these ones we cannot control. We can obviously try to control our own mistakes, and that's what we try all the time. So the critic is part of the evolution. The critic is part of the process, and the critic help people to learn how to cope with critics. It's their life, and from you they cannot expect other thing than be ready to smash them when they have little periods of not so much success.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe, so they had a